This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16. The point is verse 18, and it reads, Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Verse 19, better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to God, Loyam, La Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahushai, Ba Hashem, Kodash Bakatham. I say double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone who teach and do rule well. I say peace and salutations to the Akim, Salaki, peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Say shalom to the Akim and the Aquath out there listening and learning, Lord, willingly. This is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of other nations, appearing like the other nations, but whom subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. It's your brother Yahweh Sabbat of the GMS Cleveland Church, a fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit and through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai. This lesson is in regards to this article. Well, it's a video, a snippet actually. I make mention of how I watch, like the Lord put the spirit on me to like start watching these economists because I've never been into this. You know what I mean? But I came, like, I happened to come across a economist's video, and by watching his video, he brought out some information that a lot of people wasn't aware of. I know myself first and foremost wasn't. About how the Silicon Valley Bank wasn't the only bank. You know, at that time it was like 722 banks insolvent, meaning basically, um, when you're insolvent, you can't afford to pay your bills. You know what I mean? So along with a lot of the country. So anyhow, I watch maybe 3 or 4 different ones consistently. At least once or twice out the day. Might watch 2 of them out the day or whatnot. So anyhow, I was watching this guy. He looked like Johnny Bravo. Kind of corny, but kind of he's sarcastic too. So which is a sense of humor I'm um familiar with. And anyhow, he brings out some very good information, as far as the health and the state of the economy. Now, a lot of these economists actually have this mindset where they think they're going to have a lot of or make money off of this when they don't understand that this is set up to put everybody in a situation of desperation and temptation. The hour of temptation that's mentioned of in the book of Revelation, chapter 3. So, with that all being said, he because sometimes they bring out news that I might not come across, so that's another um plus to watching some of these economists, because they'll speak on certain things that they know are going to affect the economy. Certain news affects the economy. War affects your economy, you know what I mean? Which they talk about wars being roused up in the earth, and I just did a video about war yesterday, so it's just spiritual. With that all being said, he showed a snippet of what Biden said, and I'm gonna play it. Lord willingly, I'm not teaching for or profiting off of this. Salaki, I'm educating. I'm not profiting off of this. This video is not going to be used to make any kind of profit. It's just used to teach and edify. So I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna play the copyright first, and then I'm gonna play the video. But it just showed you the arrogance and pride of this devil, and that's how you know who Esau Edom is, and that's spiritual. How you just go, you Edomites will drink of the cup of the Lord too, But we'll play this copyright disclaimer. Yeah, that's the copyright. So now I'm gonna play the video.
Came up with a great idea because this guy was asked, and Yellen was asked, like, how are we doing with? Can we afford it? Hell yeah, we can afford it. And then I was thinking, well, if one war, right, is great, 2 wars is even better, 3 wars is the greatest. So hurry up, China, get a move on Taiwan. We'll just keep this game going. Russia, come on. Oh, and just in case you thought that your pump prices were bad now, you haven't seen nothing yet. And also, what is the greatest thing to do as a president to get reelected? You Want me to start the timer again? I'll tell you. Go to war. Just listen to this.
Are the wars in Israel and Ukraine more than the United States can take on at the same time?
We're the United States of America, for God's sake. The most powerful nation in the history, not in the world, in the history of the world. The history of the world. We can take care of both of these and still maintain our overall international defense. We have the capacity to do this, and we have an obligation to. We are the essential nation, to paraphrase the former Secretary of State. And if we don't, who does?
But I just want to make sure that you do know where the...
So basically, and that's why I came with Proverbs 16. It said, pride comes before destruction. So this pride, as devil says, not only can they fight Russia, but they say they could fight China as well. you know, which is, that's the Lord put that spirit on this devil, maybe to be, this proud, scriptures tell you in the book of Obadiah chapter 1, it says, Obadiah chapter 1, the point is verse 3, but I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, power concerning Edom. Edom is the nation of you so-called white people, Esau became known as Edom, which is not really white, but was red. It tells you Adawam, in the Hebrew. It's wasted away is he, because he doesn't have any pigmentation, which is, the curse of you white people, so-called. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. So who's going to rise up against Esau, Edom? The Lord. But he's going to use these other nations to do so, And that's why the scriptures talk about these nations is going to basically, turn their back on the whore, which is Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Everybody hates this devil, Everybody's upset at this devil, I was just listening and looking at certain articles. They was talking about how a lot of these major institutions, like the guy that started Victoria's Secret, basically they're pulling their funding from Harvard. It was either Harvard or Yale. I want to say it's Yale. It's one of those Ivy League schools where, because of the whole Israeli-Palestine situation. So you got division going throughout the earth, and especially in America. You had, altercations happen on certain school campuses. And a lot of these donors are feeling some kind of way because they're feeling that a lot of institutions should have just automatically side with those Israelis, those Khazars, those fake Jews, when in actuality they exposing the atrocities that these devils do, because these people are the fucking devil. That's why they can just make an ultimatum to basically remove 1 million people out of the Gaza Strip within 24 hours. The pride of this fucking devil. Verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, because you Israelis and you Russians and you Babylonian or American Edomites, y'all all Edomites. Y'all just Edomites literally set up by the Most High to war against one another. Just like in the book of Maccabees. Or even in Daniel's 11. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. They cavemen, when you go into Petra, Mount Petra, these motherfuckers lived in a cave, It says Mount Petra was in the land of Edom. It says, whose habitation is high, because they proud, they live in them skyscrapers, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Isn't that what this devil just said, Joe Biden? He said, America, the greatest country he said greatest country ever, which, depending, a lot of people would say this is the greatest civilization. And that's why, because of the technologies the devil has brought forth. But at the end of the day, this, the higher you are, the harder to fall. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and that's the spirit, because the eagle is the highest flying bird. So when this bitch fall, it's going to fall the hardest. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, because they got their space stations and they want to actually build, they want to build, and they satellites, and they want to build actual, like, civilized, they want to actually build habitation out in the stars, in the heavens, which they won't be able to do. They can't even explore the depths of the sea, so let alone the skies, the heavens, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave them a boundary that they cannot pass. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So the Lord is only going to let them get so far with, their endeavors and, because of their pride, It's another scripture I had. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and the point is verse 11, and it reads, and I will punish the world for their evil. And who's in charge of the world? It tells you in the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And although you have Jake wicked and you have the heathen wicked, you have a nation known as the wicked, which is spoken of in the book of Malachi, chapter 1. And I will punish the world for their evil, because it's this devil that basically brings the evil. It's a quote that brothers been posting lately from the mother of the Rothschilds, wife of Meyer Amschel Rothschild, and she made the statement. She said, if her sons didn't want war, it wouldn't be none. So these is the fucking people that's bringing evil to the earth. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, for their sins, their sin upon sin. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. The Lord is about to bring this bitch to her knees. Book of Isaiah, chapter 47. Come sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2. Starting at verse 11. I'm going to start at verse 10. Salakia. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 10. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for fear of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and for the glory of his majesty. So you hiding in a rock of his truth, you hiding in Yahweh Shah, it talks about the chief cornerstone, verse 11. Because the Lord is about to fuck this place up, it talks about how the Lord, multiple scriptures about how the judgment is going to be terrible, Verse 11, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua alone shall be exalted in that day. It tells you in the scriptures that the Lord will not give his glory unto another. These people forgot the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse 12, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So, you got 2/3 of our people that basically are following in the footsteps of their father, the devil, Esau, Edom, their daddy, which so they exude in pride. But the proudest individuals on the planet is these devils. And the Lord said he's going to bring the proud and lofty to the low, The book of Psalms, chapter 10, and verse 3. For the wicked boasteth in his for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The Lord hates a covetous individual. And he's talking about how the wicked boasteth. I mean, as of lately, you've had these WEF and WEF World Economic Forum, and you got different names for the same groups of people that's all trying to bring in this agenda of their NWO, where they pretty much surveillance the whole the world. You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade without being linked to their system. Revelation chapter 13. They boasting about this. They talking about how they the new gods. They said all kind of blasphemous shit. You know what I mean? Verse 4, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. So, this devil in his mind, he talk about, Ezekiel chapter 28. He gonna be as the Most High. That's why he wants you as the individual to worship him, especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians, because he realizes if you stay ignorant, then he can stay in his power. But what he doesn't understand is all this is the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It tells you in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 18 that all things obey his will. All things, are subject to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He set up, the righteous, he set up the wicked, and he set up, 2/3 of, the chosen people to basically not get and be destroyed, Proverbs 8 and verse 13. And it reads, the fear of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. And the scriptures talk about how, like what David said, he said, don't I hate thee what thou hate? Roughly paraphrase. David was so much in the spirit, he hated what the Lord hate, So, of course we hate, scriptures tell you in the book of Malachi that the Most High, and Romans, I believe, he said he loved Jacob but hated Esau. That's in the book of Malachi chapter 1. But they'll say that the Most High don't hate. But it's clearly written in the scriptures. So, of course, we hate. You know what I mean? Because, this, again, when you go into the word racist, it simply means that you love your race. You for your race. Everybody can be for their race, but when, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, some Indians, West Indians, and Haitians basically say that, then it's an issue. And show you how really this man literally has been using witchcraft, because, again, what he does, he'll tell you it's off to think the way you think, but then he'll he'll say it's okay for a man to be with a man when through the spirit that that's off. That's why people shun it or look at it oddly. I was just watching this short. I was going to do a video on it, but it was a certain empress, a certain Roman emperor that basically was the first transgender. Just like, I don't know how I came across this channel, just like it was the Emperor Nero literally, when his wife died, took a slave boy and made him his wife. This is the people that's ruling the world. You know what I mean? This is the people that's ruling the world. Fucking a bunch of degenerates, wicked ass, just like, So, of course, we hate what the Most High hate. And the Most High hate pride. He created Esau, Edom to be proud so he can destroy him. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. And it reads, these 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua hate. Yea, 7 are abomination unto them. So like it. Yea, 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. The first thing he said he hated is a proud look. And a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and run into mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. And when you look at each one of these things, this so-called white man, this red Hebrew Edomite, the devil that the Bible speaks of, he has committed each and every one of these. So he has a particular judgment waiting to unfold. I know the brother had put a quote of Thomas Jefferson's in the group chat one day. He said, he trembles at the fact that he knowing God to be just, basically for the atrocities he said he trembles for his country, knowing that God is just for the atrocities that his people have done. And the Lord, that's true judgment. The Lord is a balanced power. So he allowed this to happen to his chosen people. What do you think he gonna do to a nation he hate? If you're so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Seminole Indian, West Indian, or Haitian, I implore you to come back to the laws, to the statutes, and to the commandments of your power, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, or you will be destroyed. And with that, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to call Loyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem. I want to say double honors to my apostles, the elders of the great millstone, who teach and do rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth. pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwatha, listening and learning. Lord willingly, this is edifying. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in Atlanta, other nations appearing like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time I'm able to come with another lesson. Say shalom, shalom. Say mawat lababah, shalom.